going to open with prayer. Dejanos rezar. Dios te pedimos tus bendiciones sobre las vidas de Bryan and Laura. Dear God, we ask for your blessings upon Bryan and Laura's lives. Grant them happiness and contentment as they establish their new home, create a new family, and explore the depths of their love for one another and for you. Bless their families and friends and their relationships which have supported, strengthened, and sustained them throughout their lives, and bless their home as a place of love and of peace. And if times grow hard and tempers grow short, help them to look into their hearts and to remember the love that brought them here today. Amen. You may be seated. There you go. Now be centered. Good afternoon, everyone. We missed the rain. And we got a few clouds to get the sun out of our eyes, so it's going to be a beautiful day for a wedding. And we are here then, of course, for this most important moment in the lives of Bryan and Laura. But before we begin, Bryan, Laura, I would like you to take a breath and face your guests for a second. Today's been a very harried day. Bryan's been getting dressed up in his fancy suit. Laura's getting her hair done, her makeup. I think she's got a lot of pictures done already. And then all of a sudden, they find themselves standing in front of you guys. As Bryan was sharing with me just a few moments ago, it was surreal. The moment has arrived. And so many of us who've been through this find it hard to remember the details about our ceremony. So I'd like you to take a moment and take that breath and ground yourself in this moment. All these people here came from near and far because they love you. They want to share their love with you as they witness your love for each other. So I want you to receive that love. For in a 4 or 5 hour reception, you'll never have time to get intimate with all these people. So enjoy the fact that they do love you enough to be here with you today. And now please face each other. Hold hands and gaze into the eyes of the person that you've chosen to live the rest of your lives with. Bryan and Laura now invite the rest of you guys to leave behind your worries and concerns of everyday life and to join us in this celebration of their marriage. It is the desire of everyone that you guys have a very happy and successful marriage. But in the art of marriage, happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage has to be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. Just remember to hold hands. Say, I love you at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It's at no time taking it for granted. The courtship should not end with a honeymoon, but should continue throughout all the years. It's having a mutual sense of values and common objectives, and it's standing together, facing the world. It's forming a circle of love that gathers in the entire family. It's doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty and sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It's speaking words of appreciation, demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It's not expecting Bryan to wear a halo or Laura to have wings of an angel. It's not looking for perfection in each other. It's cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and I cannot emphasize enough a good sense of humor. It's having a capacity to forgive and to forget. It's giving each an atmosphere in which each can grow. It's a common search for the good and the beautiful. It's establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, the dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. Ogden Nash summed this up in great brevity when he penned these words. He wrote, "To keep your marriage brimming with love and a loving cup, Whenever you're wrong, admit it. And whenever you're right, shut up. I usually get a lot of amens on that. So Bryan and Laura, you're coming here today. You've reached a crossroads in your lives. You're turning away from your yesterdays and you're looking ahead to your tomorrows. Your past is becoming a distant memory. Your future is a waiting adventure. It's a new dawn, a new commitment, a new life. The bonds you're forging today will change your lives forever. So Bryan, do you take Laura to be your wife, the wife of your days, the companion of your heart, and the friend of your life, to stand united in the face of adversity and bask together in the light of good fortune? With these words spoken and all those yet unspoken, do you wish to marry Laura and join? I'm not sure. I was almost sure. And to join your life with hers. There you go. I actually like it when you do that. Laura, Tomás a Bryan como el mirado de tus días. You're in a hurry too. Y'all just want to get to the point. El compañero de tu corazón y el amigo de tu vida, estar unidos frente a la adversidad y disfrutar juntos a la luz de la buena fortuna. Con estas palabras dichas y todos las que aún no se han dicho, deseas casarte con Bryan y unir tu vida a la de él. So you got the English part? Okay. This is a new beginning for both of you. And I'd like to offer you a gentle reminder to ease your lifelong task of living and growing old together. Be kind to each other. And when you disagree, do so respectfully. Be gentle and forgiving to each other. And when you forgive, your hearts make room for a little more love, a little more understanding, and a little more compassion. Communicate with each other and share the joy that's in your heart and the sorrow that burdens your soul. And open your hearts to each other and find a love that's bigger. So Bryan, if now you'll gaze into Laura's eyes and repeat these vows to her. I, Bryan, take you, Laura, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and cherish always. And Laura, your vows to her. Yo, Laura, te tomo a ti, Bryan. I'm doing the Spanish for your family. Is that okay? Okay. Para que seas mi marido, tener y sostener desde este día en adelante, para mejor, para peor, para más rico, para más pobre, en enfermedad y en salud, para amar y curar siempre. Okay, we got it. If you guys, I'd like to hold these hands that's holding yours on your wedding day. I want you to see the gift that they are to you. For these are the hands of your best friends holding yours on your wedding day, promising to love you and to work together as you build your future. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need strength, tenderness when you need tenderness, and of course love when you need love. And these are the hands that will countless times wipe tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. And these are the hands that will hold all those whom you love. And these are the same hands that years from now will still be searching for your hands, still seeking the love, the encouragement, and support that each of you seeks from the other. Though we've heard the vows that you've shared between you two, the words once spoken are carried away on the wind. Therefore, the wedding ring is a visible symbol of the promises that you've made here today. May I have the rings, please? Okay. He gave them up. Okay. Bryan, if you'll take Laura's ring. You placed it on her left-hand ring finger. Do you want to remove your favorite ring for a moment? And point her hand towards your camera here. And repeat these simple vows to her. With this ring, I marry my best friend. Very good. I made that easy for you. And Laura, Bryan's ring, as you place the ring on his left hand, repeat to him, con este anillo, me caso con mi mejor amigo. With this ring, I do with you. Very good. Behind me is a table and a bottle of wine. No, we're not going to have communion. They are going to create a romantic time capsule. I instructed them to write love letters to each other, and they've sealed them. They've neither seen what the other has written. I'm going to hand these to Bryan and step out of the way. These letters describe the good qualities they see in each other, why they fell in love with each other and chose to marry. And also, just as importantly, these letters describe how they feel on this, their wedding day. Should Bryan and Laura ever find their marriage facing hardships, they should then open this box, share the wine together, and then read those letters to bring them back to this moment. Of course, the hope is that they never reach that kind of hardship in their relationship. I suggest you keep the box prominently displayed in your house so it acts as a trigger. Laura can say, he did love me one time. Okay? Wait till your first anniversary. You may go out with friends, but when you come home, this is your private celebration. And you can cry in private. Right? Then you open the box, share the wine, or share the letters. But it doesn't end there, because on your anniversary, you write 2 new love letters for the next anniversary. You get a new bottle of wine for next year. So now for the most important part of this ceremony. This is when you guys really need to look intently in each other's eyes. It's about you. Por los poderes que me ha otorgado el Estado de Alabama, que las bendiciones de la vida, el gozo del amor, la paz de la verdad y la sabiduría y la fuerza del espíritu sean su compañero constante ahora y siempre como esposo y esposa. And in English, by the powers vested in me by the state of Alabama, may the blessings of life, the joy of love, the peace of truth, and the wisdom and strength of spirit be your constant companion, now and always. For now you're a husband and wife. You may kiss. So for all you guys that's come here to join us on this little bit humid Alabama afternoon, I have the pleasure of presenting for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Bryan and Laura Maynard. Please welcome them.